Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? It has been a heck of a morning. Been fixing all sorts of crap that I needed to. Morning, Nova. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing okay. Just a bit tired, mainly. Thought I might as well work a bit on this stuff today. Um, and I already got some of the stuff I need for my plan. It's just gonna take a bit, because I need to mark this out. And since we're doing this to be similar to Minecraft, I'm doing it how they would probably end up doing it. Bye, boop, boop. Cool. So it means I'm not building it how I would personally. Two. Which, of course, leads to all sorts of stuff. Especially when there is inconsistent parts. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. There. Now it will still be even, because it will annoy my OCD otherwise. But for this, I just need to build up from below. But the main plan is to, once we finish building this, like, completely, and I think what I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, so like right here. And then what we will do after this is finished, for like the outline, is I will go grab some slabs and normal blocks to try and do stuff. Make it look a bit nicer. Because it's the least I can do for this. Especially that I now have, like, everything figured out. But, yeah, I have been planning a lot of this for quite a bit now. So it's taken some time. I need some stairs. Do I want mangrove shelves? I don't know. I do need some oak slabs, though. And then, boom. And then I can do that. But yeah, I have some background music and stuff as well. Since we're playing Minecraft and I'm building, I usually put background music in. If it's too loud or too quiet, do tell me. I mean, it's supposed to be quieter in the background, so yeah, allergy season is really hitting me this year. I will definitely say that for sure. Okay, because what I need to do here would be this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then on the outskirt parts, I'm going to do this. It gives it a bit of that wideness it needs, while not, like, overtaking a bunch. But yeah, this should work. I know, just in general, I have been thinking about just this project as a whole. And it took me a bit to kind of figure out how I wanted to do this. But I kind of decided that if it's going to be Minecrafty, it's going to have, like, that weird end thing that they normally do. But then it also gave me an idea of, like, so here and here, kind of like this, since this is supposed to be for a swamp village. And then I can put a lantern there. But since this is meant for fishing and stuff, the thought of it having just these, like, barrels of stuff is kind of neat. Even if it's not a lot, because they would want it so, like, villagers can access it to an extent. Okay, so kind of like that. But then we have the Fisher house, so I will go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I like the idea that this is kind of sinking in. Because I'm basically taking the normal Minecraft design rules and kind of upgrading it a little bit in some ways. Because in reality, they wouldn't probably do the bar across the top for most builds. They do it for some, but not a lot. In reality, it would probably be something more along the lines of doing something like this with the oak logs and then stripping the inner ones. I could see them doing. Because they would definitely do something with it. We already know they would. So I might as well do it the best I can. And then I need... normally, like, they don't normally care about the inside stuff as much, but I want to keep it the same as the other things that we've been using. Okay, because I need this plus this. And then I need a bed. Just eat a bit, grab a torch. I need these. And honestly, for some of these, I'm just going to do this. Because that will create more for me. Of course, it's turning nighttime. The true pain. Nighttime. Because creepers and shit spawn all over the place because I'm trying to keep it Minecrafty too, still. And I'm kind of regretting doing that. Surely because of it. But the plan is to try and finish up a good chunk of this island today. And then maybe work a bit on the other islands, but eventually I need to, like, make them look more like islands. I want to, like, do more with it, but the issue is I'm going to have to really change a few things. Which, of course, as you can imagine, is not going to be easy. Because I'll have to go underwater and then, like, completely biodiversify a lot of that stuff to what it would be. And then doors here, and then I'll make this probably a cobblestone roof. And then for this here, I'm debating. But let's get this into place. Because I think this would be something they would probably do. Just to give it that look. Oh, hi, Wandering Trader. Have anything good? Not really. Nothing that I need, at least. There we go. Hey, Zion. Nice. I hope practicing the song on your guitar goes well. I actually used to play a bit of guitar. It's been a while since I've played, like, 8th grade was the last time I really did it. So it's been, like, a long-ass time, but I definitely should get back into it. Because it was actually kind of fun. Like, there's a lot of weird random facts about me that I just kind of talk about on stream, and that's just one of those that I don't think I've ever mentioned before, is that I, in fact, have played guitar and know like, the strings and whatnot. I've played a lot of instruments in my life thinking about it. I've played guitar, trumpet, ocarina, my own voice, if you count that, because our vocal cords are like an instrument of their own. Like, there's just a lot there. Okay, I need to turn these into that. I'm just gonna take these with me, and then some cobble. You know, it's weird trying to stick to the Minecraft style. It's made me think more, though, so at least there's that. But, I know, with playing a bit on my friend's Bedrock Realm, I'm just here like, you know, it really makes you value Java more. Oh, you're still on your semestral break, Zion? Honestly, that sounds nice. Imagine having breaks nowadays. Now the closest thing to a break is, oh god, Aaron, how am I going to do this now? And then not knowing any idea of what to do. But yeah, I remember school not completely fondly, but I remember it quite well. Because it was just one of those things. But I had a few good teachers out there. I honestly hope they're doing well. Because they were the type of people that really never deserved any form of hateful student. And knowing that they still got students that hated them is just like, damn. Because they were just good people who actually did their best. And the students that hated them were usually the kids that always would find a way to get in trouble, even with the people that were, like, really lenient. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know? Gives me an idea. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because this one is going to be a bit taller. Teacher who handles English, Philippine history, or MAPEH, music, arts, physical education, and health. Yeah, for me, like, middle school, we had teachers assigned to different roles that were our main grade teachers that we'd switch between after 4th grade. And then high school, it just depended on the class, and it was like a group of teachers. It was cool. I didn't mind it. Definitely taught me a lot. And honestly, I hope some of those teachers are doing really well now, because some of them were amazing. I had this one teacher, and I don't want to say her name just because I know very well people deserve privacy, but she was such a fun teacher. She was my history teacher, I know I've talked a bit about this person's antics before, from telling a student, how would you like to give birth through your penis, to other random, very questionable and funny shit. And it's like, I really hope she is doing well, because she was such a riot to be around. And I just have this internal hope of just her doing really well. And yeah, it just makes me kind of like, ooh, I kind of wonder what they're doing now. Because I imagine at this point, she's still teaching and whatnot, doing her thing. And honestly, I always loved having her whenever I would, because she always was fun. And as long as you weren't an asshole, she didn't mind having people around. And I think that was nice. 6th, 7th grade during our class, music. 6th grade group her students, 4 grades. And so, yeah, I know, just in general, like, I've always been someone who is more, like, enjoyment comes from a lot of different factors, but the teachers have always been one of those things for if I'm actually gonna do well in a class as well. Because I've had some bad teachers in my lifetime and some good teachers. There is one I really remember, my freshman year high school English teacher, and I so wish my sister got to get her before she moved, because God, was she hilarious. She was one of those people that could brighten up a room just from her antics alone. Like, I'm talking running straight into walls, making questionable, like, relatively, like, whoa jokes for a teacher, because it's like, oh my gosh, a teacher said that? Like, she was a riot. I do hope she's well, though. I did have I've had a few good math teachers, too. There was one, and last I heard he was... So, I don't know if I imagine most people know about the hurricanes going on. But I found out that my one math teacher, the one I was about to talk about, ended up being there when the hurricanes hit with his wife and child, and I'm just here like, I really hope they're okay. And from the looks of it, they are okay. Thank God. Like, the amount of nervousness I felt after learning that, and was like, oh my God, are they okay? Like, holy etc., etc. So it really caught me off guard when I heard that, because it's like, oh my gosh. Practice Malta or Ghost in English by Cuppa Joe song. What? Oh yeah. Honestly, if it weren't for the fact that I know I'm not that good of, like, a teacher or that good with kids, I might have tried to become a teacher as well, but I kind of just decided against it, because I was like, you know, I really don't think it would work too well for me, and I just never ended up, like, looking deeper into it. I know some people in my life have said I'd make a good teacher, but in reality, I really don't think I would. That's how I look at it, though, is I don't think I really would. Because, like, as much as I know, like, enough to teach, I don't think I would reasonably be a good teacher. I'd be the one that would somehow cause trouble on accident. which some people like, but it's also because it's one of those things of I don't think I would be that good in that situation. I'd probably be better with high school students overall, or college students, if I were to be a teacher, but even then, that would require me getting good at the education system that absolutely has screwed me over. So, honestly, if I can avoid it, I will avoid it at this point. That's how I feel about the education system. I learn way better on my own, weirdly enough. Because I can go at my own pace, not overly sped up or slowed down by teachers, and it's nice. A lot less stress, too. Highly recommend. Less stress is always nice. Oh. But, yeah, I personally, was talking with, an old friend of mine who has been taking up teaching, and from what she said, it's been absolute hell recently because of just, and it's not even the kids, apparently, it's the adults that have been hellish, apparently. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh gods. Because you wouldn't really think of it like, oh, how could it be that, oh my good god, as soon as you start learning about it, because it's like, why are people like that? Was my first thought. Because they just don't really treat, like, even the teachers well, apparently. And I think the best way she described it was, you have to think of it like this. If you're going to explain something to a parent, explain it to them like they're in 5th grade. It's gonna be better that way. And I hate that she said it, but it's also like, I can see it too. Kids are a whole different world. When science teacher told you to watch your students, I tried to shush one kid, but says stopping. Honestly, yeah, kids are something else. Especially nowadays. Like, I'll never fully understand, like, children as a whole. They've always been one of those things to me that's like, really? I mean, I wouldn't say you're a kid if you're in school. I mean, my mom literally is in a school right now, but she's a substitute teacher. I wouldn't say that's a kid. I'm sorry. If you're in school with kids, you're a kid. Doge. My mom's a substitute teacher with kids. I would not say someone who gave birth to me is a kid, especially at her age. I mean, yeah, like, honestly, I've seen some insane. But yeah, they really are. Like, kids nowadays have a lot less respect, and so do the parents, apparently. And I'm just here like, it's not hard to be a decent human being. Is it? Like, What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I've never understood it. Like, how people could just be rude like that. Because I'm just here like, I would have gotten beaten. Also, it's funny you say Gen Z, but Gen Z is in college now. Because the youngest Gen Z at this point would be 13, but even then, most of Gen Z is in high school or college now, and I'm just thinking to myself, holy fuck, they're old? Yeah, that's not even like, that is wholly on the parents. I am lucky I had parents that taught me differently, and I am lucky to know parents that actually discipline their kids correctly. Like, I know there's the whole thing of, oh, this and that being an issue, and I'm just sitting here like, we're really doing this? Because half the time, oh yeah, I wouldn't say the world's cooked. I would say a lot of them are in for a rude awakening. Because that's usually what happens, is rude awakenings. Because, like for me, I've always been a more like quiet person on the outside, but when it comes to like taking care of things, I will say stuff. But on average, a lot of the older people, especially in younger millennials, older Gen Z, are not to be fucked with from what I have witnessed. And I am just here like, one of these people is going to get themselves smacked. And I'm going to laugh. Because it's going to be funny as hell to watch. Hey, Hood. Hope you're doing well today. What I've learned is, as well, is sometimes, despite how much I may think the world is like screwed over certain things, I've also learned that in a lot of cases, we've witnessed worse historically. Because the one thing different is now that we actually have access to so much more, like at once, information spreads so much quicker. Same with misinformation too. But even then, come on, turn nighttime. I mean, there's only so much that looking down and just expecting it to be cooked will do. There's a reason more people nowadays actually, like, do stuff about it. And even then, history is not kind to a lot of things, but there's always things that can be done. Look, there's a reason I have no politics on the stream, but I am just gonna say this now. Saying that no one is rioting is complete bullshit. It's just not talked about. Because in reality, even then, riots historically don't do as much as the peaceful stuff either. Like, they only just prolong the issue. Little fun fact for you there. So, if anything, the fact that things are changing is always a good sign. Because change is important, but looking at how people react to certain things, saying that nothing that we're cooked in stuff is gonna get worse is not looking at some of the good that's coming out of stuff. Like, I mean, we've literally brought some species back from we found species that we thought extinct alive. We have been doing so much to try. There's so many scientists out there who have been trying to help protect the ecosystem and even help it adapt better, as well as working on making it so it is going to last longer. And yeah, it doesn't mean it's good that it's a point like that, but the fact that we have the ability to even do that in the first place is insane. I mean, we have scientists working on a way to remove MRA and whatnot from mosquitoes themselves to possibly eliminate MRA in the future, which is insane, but so cool that it's happening. And I think that just says a lot about what we see the world as, is if we only look at the negatives and don't look for some of that positive, you'll miss out completely on some of the most intriguing and good stuff that is actually happening out there. In reality, a lot of things happen. That is the world as a whole. Shit happens. But the way bad things happen is people don't make any difference or just wallow sitting there like thinking that nothing's gonna change. In reality, change happens when people want it to. And it requires people to actually try. And we've been seeing people try, which is good. Not everyone can help in the same way. And that is an important thing to remember. Gonna start practicing, Zion? Well, I wish you luck. But what I've learned from that is I may not be able to do everything like everyone else, but I still can make my fair share of differences just by being myself. Like streaming and just doing things in my community. And it's important to remember that type of stuff. I get the feeling of feeling like nothing is going to get better, or like everything is cooked and nothing good will happen. But if you stick in that mindset forever, well, you'll just eventually die up someone who doesn't see the beauty in the world. I mean, like, it's always good to look at the negatives at times, but to let it control you is where it truly is a point of needing to stop and think. That is what I have learned in my time. And honestly, I've been way better mentally since I started looking for that type of stuff. It's good for your mental health. I mean, everyone's health matters in some form. Okay, that's another one done. Okay, we have 2 houses left? Yes. But, like, I remember when I was younger, and it's only become more prevalent now with a lot of the newer generations and a lot more in the public eye. I mean, global warming's been talked about since the hundreds. God, I hate that I say it like that because it's like, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but it was at the same time. Like, while it was long ago in terms of human lives, it still was not long enough that a generation has fully passed since then, and I'm just sitting here like, fuck. Because it really doesn't feel like it, but that's how it is. Because I remember back when I first started, like, trying to do more and helping people with stuff, and things have completely changed from then. Of course, now the world's completely different from when I was young. I mean, God, when I was young, you could run around, frickin', like, run over the tracks, etc., run through people's yards, and people wouldn't yell at you most of the time. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And nowadays you do. So it's kind of like, in reality, I remember a very different world. But I've learned that even as things change, doesn't mean we can't learn from them. Honestly, I enjoy learning from the new stuff. I've learned so much from newer generations and older generations in my lifetime now. And I think that's a good mindset to kind of keep, is just sometimes you just need to take a step back. Take a moment and just breathe. Because I get it. I get worrying about stuff and whatnot. But there's good out there, as long as you look for it. I know when I first started doing stuff on the internet and just experiencing the internet as a whole, it was a completely different place than it is now. I mean, back then, God, people feared the 2000s destroying the internet, when in reality, it didn't, because the people behind the scenes who worked tirelessly to prevent it. And there's still people who think, oh, it was never going to be a big issue, and people just overreacted, when in reality, it was the people behind the scenes. They prevented it from causing issues. And I don't see as many people recognize that as they probably should, in my opinion. But it's helped me learn a lot more about others in general. Okay, I'm gonna put one of these here. We'll put a bed here. You know, actually, no. I'm gonna do a double bed. Kind of like this. Bed, bed, torch. Actually, no. Torch, torch. And, like, I personally have talked with so many people in my life that there's some people I have learned some cool shit from. Like, I would never have learned half the shit I know if I hadn't, like, met some of the most random individuals in my lifetime. Like, I don't know if I've ever talked about it, but I have talked to people who now have completely different, and it's like, oh my god, they got popular in a half. And then you have other people, and it's like, oh my gosh, I wonder what happened. Oh, they're dead. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, the inevitability is shit changes. Lord knows what's gonna happen next. One thing I do know for sure, though, is, holy crap, it's so interesting to learn about these different people even as we discover more about history, like, example off the top of my head, the Roanoke colony, that people even now are still like, oh, they disappeared, they did this, they did that, when in reality, years ago, it was already figured out what happened to them. Like, with archaeological evidence and shit, they were found to have integrated with the natives, and it's like, oh wow, what a surprise. It's almost like people saw this coming and whatnot, and it's not really talked about. But that's why it's fun to learn about it, too. Like, I am a huge fan of learning new things. And honestly, I suggest it for anyone who just wants to feel good about something, or even just learn something new. You'd be surprised at how good it feels to know, like, there's good things that have been happening for decades, or even stuff that you never thought possible that, holy crap, that means there's hope for the future with this thing. And I think that's important to think about. Because the longer we dwell on something, the more we're going to feel bad about it. So why dwell when we can just celebrate what we do know, celebrate the good that does exist? After all, not like we got much better to do. I wouldn't consider wallowing and just not doing anything to be anything better, after all. In fact, it's probably a lot worse. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Hey, serial designation. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. Okay. I need to check something. Because I know there's still a village, even though it's basically burnt to the ground mostly. I know that we can see something over here at least. I could turn this up to 12 temporarily. Doing fine? Nice, nice. Okay, it should be over here. There it is. Oh no, they do that sometimes. Oh, that's how they do it with the windows. Okay, I need to do that. They use a lot of cobblestone. And they still do keep some of it. And then, okay, they do use some block related ones. Okay. Because right now what I'm doing is I am trying to recreate parts from a village. And they do use carpet taking the bed. Because you know what? I'm taking the ladder. Oh yeah, they use pressure plates too. I always forget about that. Don't mind me, just stealing shit from a village to build another village. You know, seeing the fact that those villagers' village burnt down, maybe I should try to, like, boat them over to the swamp village. Like, give them a new home once I'm done with it. Since the original villagers here died. I think that could be fun. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. I have learned so much that I just love about this world. Like, it's not every day you get to learn about, oh yeah, this specific person in history existed, and they were a badass. Like, I still think about the fact that there was, I think it was Brazil, where it's just this one guy, and it's like, he didn't die until 68. He has a YouTube channel, but he was assassinated. But he was a huge, like, murderer and criminal who specifically targeted like people who wronged him in some form or hurt people, so like abusers and whatnot. And his name was Pedro, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know, there's probably more out there that we never learned about in history that were similar to that. And it just makes me more curious than anything, because it makes me go, huh, neat. Now tell me more, because I'm curious, because I really am. I find that stuff so intriguing to learn about. Do I have any more cobblestone at home? Or do I need to use slabs? Because I'll use slabs if I need to, but if I have more cobble... Ugh, I am running low. Well, that's an easy fix, though. Still need to get stuff for that. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do here is... I want to give it the look that you normally would see. Okay. And boom, boom. Ouch. Oh yeah, this is starting to really come along. I have heard of murder drones. It's something that's been on my watch list that I just haven't gotten to yet because I just keep forgetting. Honestly, I've been meaning to catch up on a lot of the stuff on Glitch because I still have yet to watch Gaslight District either. Same for Lackadaisy. That's another thing I need to actually end up watching that I just haven't gotten to yet. Honestly, there's a lot like that. Gosh, but... Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And then boop, boop, boop. And then I need to go boom, boom. I like the idea of there being a crafting table in one of these houses at least. Yeah, I'll keep it there. Okay, I need this. And then boop, boop, boop. Okay. I can't tell if you're joking or not, but if not, that's actually kind of ironic and funny. Okay, so shit, I forgot the ladders. Let's go grab those. But yeah, I really need to catch up on the goings on of that type of stuff because it's been so long. Makes me kind of curious because I've always been a big fan of like animated stuff, so it's something I've really been meaning to watch. Uzi Dorman. I don't know them off the top of my head. So take that as a no. I don't know. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do for this. I need to go and do bomb, 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 bomb. Okay. And then this will get fixed. I really don't know. Like, I only have heard of murder drones. I haven't seen shit about it, to be completely fair. So, you're basically telling me stuff I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. One moment. It's fine. Ugh. I hate allergies with a passion. Even after getting over pneumonia, I've still been having my allergy issues, and it's like, ugh. I have coughed up so much, like, from pneumonia that I'm just used to it at this point. Interesting. Okay, so I need to... God damn it. I know one of my friends has been on me about watching murder drones, and it's something that I've been meaning to do. And I really should one day. The main reason I haven't is I just haven't had time. I mean, and fair point where points are due. Okay, so I need this. Okay. And then I can go boom. Perfect. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit. Because, yeah, I am trying the Minecraft style with a little bit more. I know when I first started building in Minecraft, I sucked. I'm glad that I actually took the time to get good at it to, like, some extent, even if I could do better. Because it has gotten me to a point where it's like, I am happy that I am able to make what I can now. You know, the crazy part of this whole thing is this is very much something I could see them building for a village in Minecraft. That's the crazy part of this all. Oof. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I've actually spent time watching TV when someone else doesn't have something on, like actually going to a TV and watching something, like from a show. Like, I don't think I actually do it. Like, the closest thing would be like watching YouTube on TV. And even then, it's not very often. So it makes me kind of wonder. It's just one of those things, I guess. Okay, and then for this top area, I'm probably just going to do something small. And actually, what I'm gonna do is make another pressure plate so I can do. Gonna do that. Savon puts random YouTube videos, not even supposed to have internet, so honestly, Lord fucking knows. I am not someone who knows a lot when it comes to that. But it honestly sounds kind of creepy. Not that I mind creepy. I am someone who likes the spookiness of things, but even that is like, that's worrying. And then I'll put another bed on the other side. Okay. You know, I know this is something I'm surprised they haven't done. I'm surprised they haven't used chiseled bookshelves in like any designs for like normal Minecraft shit. Wasn't even plugged in. Ew. At that point, I just say, fuck it. Okay, we'll get 9 of these. I wouldn't be dealing with that shit. Hey, 22. How you doing today? Hope you are well. Okay, we can put these in. Then I can wrong place. I need to grab the windows as well. So since this will be the library, okay, that will be 1 bit. And then, okay. Perfect. Now I just need normal bookshelves. Okay. Now I just need my glass panes. Okay. So I still need to put stuff in that church window, but that will be last. But I do have a question. Should I make the church window stained glass? I'm asking you guys, since I might as well. Because I'm still indifferent on it. Okay. Let's finish up these windows that I have needed to finish for a while now. Oh, ads? Oops. Wish I hadn't noticed sooner, so I could have at least stalled them a little. Okay, that's those done. Let's get these. Still need the carpets for in here. Frickin' Enderman. Such a nuisance. Okay, I got that. I got that one. I think I got all of them in now. Except the, church one. That's where I'm gonna ask chat. Okay. Let's see. Well, first off, I want the bell. Why is there a random... There. I don't need to deal with the chickens. Okay, let's see if we have an extra set of books or anything. Because if not, I know what to do. Even if it's not going to be pretty. Let's see. I have one. Okay. And I will take these for the area. Now let's check up here. Okay, I can at least make a good chunk of bookshelves. So let's quickly do that. Okay. Perfect. 32. It's not a lot, but it should hopefully be enough. I also would like some logs and some lanterns, because I'm actually going to go through and use some lanterns in areas. And then I will turn these into their little areas as well. Barely got any sleep last night. Oof. I feel that. Yeah, for this one, I'm going to put that there. But yeah, I hate when those types of people do that, because they never stop. And it's always annoying. Because it's not like there's a lot to do with it either. It's just the same old shit. Okay. There we go. It looks like an actual library. I'll add some like normal books and whatnot eventually, but that is a addition I will need to make myself. Okay, so let's go through here. And we will have these. That would go there. Actually, in reality, they'd probably hang like this. As much as I dislike it. Okay, so for the villagers getting here, that's going to be another issue. Either sentient possessed by a dwelling ghost or something. Interesting. I will say, I still don't know. Should I do stained glass windows for the church, or should I just keep them normal? I don't know, it would be like Minecraft-y. Like for this, I'll probably use this anyway. I think for now, I will just do this. Stained glass. Okay, yeah, that's something I will need to get stuff for then. I'll leave these doors open to remember that, yeah, I have to change those out. Because that's how I can tell something is wrong and isn't fully thing, is if both doors are open. Okay, next on our list. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay. And I like the idea of like I'll add some Podzol in here as well when I can get some Podzol. I just need to work on it. I mean, it's more of I just was kind of curious your guys' thoughts on it because I'm also thinking in the context of what Minecraft would do as well. And Minecraft would do either, to be completely honest. So, yay. Okay, then over here for this one. And then yeah, I'll mix some Podzol in these as well because they're supposed to be like nothing too big. I could also mix like some grass and moss into it, but I think Podzol would work the best. Because these are supposed to be like garden-like. Okay, and then I can go and... Yeah, and that's kind of the path that's walked. I need to mark out the pathing as well, so might as well do it like this while I can. There we go. Okay, with those, I think that's both of those completed. Then I need this and spruce. I need like 2 stacks worth. That should work. And then perfect. Okay. And the other thing, and this is something I needed to do with this. And then boom. Gate. Fence. And you'll see why I did it like that. Okay, so for the first tree, what I want to do is we'll have these big roots. How the frick? You know what? Because this is going to be like quite a big tree. And then what I can do is like just add these little bits and pieces that aren't a lot, but still add like the touches that I'm going for. Oh. Yeah, like here, I can just do this instead. And then what I can do is 1, 2. Perfect. And I will slowly add to this over time. It'll just take a moment. Because not all the trees are going to be the same. So adding these little variations should make a difference with the various branches. And you know what? Let's go grab some dirt so I can use it as scaffolding. Because that's going to help here. Because, yeah, this is not going to be a normal tree or anything. Like, I did say I wanted to do custom stuff, so this will be the first of many. And I will get leaves together for this. I just need to farm a bunch of leaves. But it will all, because like, in terms of the leaves I have, yeah, I don't have a lot of leaves left. I need to farm up mangrove leaves, acacia leaves, and oak leaves. Those will be my main leaf types I'm going to use here. And that's if we decide we want to actually have the leaves, but I feel like it adds more of the lushness to it. Come on, let me sleep. Like, seriously, villagers are asleep by now. Why can't I sleep at the same time as a villager? I just don't want to deal with phantoms and stuff from not sleeping, much less the mobs. Oh my god, they're annoying. Here's one that I actually have like really wanted to do. And then, yeah, I'll do it like this. Because, yeah, like, okay. And then I need this. I'm basically doing like a weeping willow style tree, where it's kind of like sinking into the mud, and like a lot of its leaves kind of like hang. But it also means there's going to be a few that kind of poke up. Because, yeah, I can do it kind of like this. Because being able to set stuff up for this definitely helps. Because, yeah, we can have, like, this tree just draping and whatnot. And then over here where this is, I can go for a more, like, just overall thicker, like, different type of mangrove. And then I can go boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I think kind of like this, because then it would have to be kind of like that. Yeah. And the idea of it being kind of like this should work. I just need... There we go. And I'll add like various designs of it as well. But adding these like custom trees should help a lot. And then we'll add the custom mushrooms and stuff. Like this will be some of the ways that we can hopefully okay. Perfect. Now we are slowly building it. Oh. And then we can build out this way. And then, yeah, I can add just these small segment offs like this. Okay. Perfect. And now we can just get rid of the dirt. Okay. Spruce slabs. Yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, yeah, I need to just add bits and pieces, but not too much. And yeah, we are down to our like last bits. You know what? I have a fun idea. Like maybe right here. And then kind of like it's a stump. Oh, this looks so cool. I don't know why, but I just like the idea of like having that stump there. Oh, that's gonna be cool. I've had a thought. Just gonna add little bits. Huh. Good to know. Yeah, I've always had my fair share of odd experiences with stuff. I will say, I think one of the weirdest experiences I've had with like tech as a whole was an old camera of my grandpa's. And for some reason, no matter what the lighting was, etc., the eyes would always come out red. And I never could figure out why. It was so weird. And kind of annoying too, but I digress. It was just like very odd and kept happening. Hello there. Okay, what's in this again? Oh, it's just empty. Mushroom stem. You know what I need with mushroom stem? I need bone blocks. Okay. Let's see. Do I have a good chunk of, I'll take a stack. Yeah, I'm gonna need to refarm up a bunch of, like, mushroom stems and whatnot for this, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to try and do this. You know what? That's fair. Okay, so that's gonna be where the first one is. Because I like the idea of there being, like, big mushroom. Then I can do a bit of this. Boom. Okay. Crap. Honestly, what I've learned is I've seen some weird shit. I don't question, like, CRTV stuff, watching streams, etc. I have seen people play Switch 2 on a CRTV, so I stopped questioning a long time ago. I've seen people do some crazy shit. Exactly, like, a CRT TV can run so much if it really wants to, and I think that is so intriguing. Because I've seen people do some of the craziest stuff using CRTs, and I'm just here like, how? One thing that it does actually kind of make me want to do is it makes me want to go back and see if I still have my VHS player. Because I'd love to see if I do, so I can possibly play some of it. Because I have so many VHS that I just want to check out again. There we go. It's going to be a thicker mushroom. I don't know why, I just like the idea of saying it like that. Thick. Okay, so I am going to... Okay. Then I can go boom. There we go. Getting these stems up actually does help. Because I actually can get an idea of, okay, so we have trees. Because despite being a swamp, like, not all... This is also, like, a village. And for people who don't look at swamps a lot, they are very much kind of mixed in certain ways. So let me just pull this up. Okay, hope you have a good day. Like, if I pull this up, as you can see, like, they have a lot of flora and whatnot, but there's also, like, a lot of trees in some areas, and other areas have less, and I'm just kind of thinking, how would this work with the village? So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm probably gonna make some stuff as well, like, for example, I'm probably gonna make some thinner trees, some thicker trees and whatnot. But I also want to add, like, custom lily pads and, like, make a few more, like, water-soaked areas as well. Are you fucking serious? I don't want to deal with pillagers right now. Pillagers are probably one of the most annoying, like, things that can spawn. Because it's just like, really? Now? They're like a random spawn that just are more of a nuisance after a certain extent. So it's just kind of like, especially if you're building, they become a mega nuisance. There we go. Actually, no, I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, pillagers are some of the most annoying things. Just because of the fact they get in the way. And especially if you're building. I've been playing so much Bedrock, I just started spam clicking on accident. I prefer Java's fighting for Minecraft because at least in Java's, like, you don't have to spam click and whatnot, and you can actually do more. Okay, so let's get some red mushroom. I freaking left the dirt. Not even thinking. Okay. And now what I can do is a simple pop. Yeah, I think pillagers are one of the more annoying mobs in Minecraft. Do they need to exist? No. Do they exist? Yes. Okay, I can do a bit of that. Which then leads to over here getting a little bit. Where I can... It's weird. This is one of the few times where it's like, I want to do this mainly for the look of the inside. And that's like the only reason. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Okay. I'm not going to do it for all of them, but I like that some of them do have it like this. I think it just adds a lot. And actually, it should be more like that. Like, mushrooms are weird. There we go. And then, honestly, I don't know. For me, I don't find much weird. So it's like not the weirdest thing for me. I mean, when you have a dog that used to climb trees, you witness a lot of weird shit happen. So take that as you will. Boom. Okay. I don't know why, but I love the fact that you can kind of see the type it is supposed to be. It's like a little thick mushroom. That's what she said. What was that? Okay. And then I think what I'll do is save these and use... Okay, and then I will grab that. Really, it's already almost night again. Yeah, we got a few mushrooms left, so... I could do blue mushrooms as well, but I'd rather do the two main mushrooms right now, and then I might try some custom ones in other areas. Or, like, maybe one here still. I don't know. I know I'm gonna do, like, some smaller ones eventually. I just need more mushroom stems and whatnot like that. So here's what I'm gonna do for this one. One, two, three. Okay. 2. Then I can go like this. I think you can see what I'm doing with this. Damn it. Because now gosh. And it gives it kind of a 3D effect almost. Like unintentionally. That's actually kind of cool. And yeah, I can always like go to these corners here. And just Perfect. Because adding these like little mushroom bits will help. It adds a lot. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 of each of the mushrooms, and then the other 2 that are left, I will make custom. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because with the custom ones, I know a lot of different, like, variations I can do. So what I can do here is like this. Okay. And then boom, 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 boom. Ah! I hate how, like, easy to break the mushrooms get, because it's kind of annoying. Okay. Okay. And now what I can do is... boom. And then I can have, like, yeah, right there. There we go. Now we got another type of mushroom. And then for the last ones, I could do a blue design. Okay, I think what we are going to need to do is we're going to need to figure this out. I can always copy this world if I need. So let me quickly go to the creative test world real quick. So I have an idea for the mushrooms. I want to use these cyan to blue ones, so we'll need warped, 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 blue ice, light blue bolt, packed ice. And yeah, I could do some of these. But I could do some of the yellow ones. Yellow terracotta and hanging roots would be the main thing I'd need more of, as well as like raw gold. I could do these purple ones. Like, there's so many variants, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. But I definitely want to use these blue ones. But for the oak thing, I will show you kind of my idea I have here for the tree. And this is only like ideas for like some of the thinner trees. So kind of something like this. With like oak and whatnot. Similar to the aspens. And then what we can do is like bits like this. Because in reality, they're going to be very limited. And then boop, 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 boop. Because, yeah, I'm going to try and, like, add these little bits of extra where we can have leaves. So let's grab mangrove real quick. Because swamp trees are very specific in how they work. So having a few that kind of like hang a bit I think should help. Yeah, like, this is only an idea of one. Like, no. I'm just trying to think. What if I just did this? Don't use these. For like some of the thinner trees. And just kind of let it hang off bit by bit in areas. Just not a lot, but just a tiny bit. Where I can... And of course, there'll be like different leaf types. I mean, it just... I have an idea. Let me grab this. No, I need to use... It's annoying because it's like I'm trying to make a good swamp tree, but they all are so different depending on the swamp they're in, which makes me kind of go, okay, well, crap. So there is one thing in common. And then, like, actually, no. We got roots for a reason. So here's what I'm going to do. We kind of start like this. And then we kind of like... So if we do it kind of like that... Because this is kind of how they work. So kind of like that, where if there is something off like this, yeah, because this would be more accurate to how they are. And then what we can do is like little pieces kind of like this in the water. So like yeah, I think kind of like this should work. And then like on this part, I can take like some of the spruce stuff and use it to my advantage. Yeah, we're gonna want to go for this type of tree, I think. But seeing that so much is also like gonna be covered in water as well if we're keeping this to be swampy. I got some ideas. Okay. Because like we're gonna need more places where water is as well. So like here, I'm going to try and fill up with more water most likely. But yeah, we're gonna need some more of those. And I think the best way to mark out those trees is not all of them will start with the roots, but with what we have, let's start marking out like some of the design and whatnot that we're gonna use. Because I think it will be good to add these trees in various places. I like the idea of it starting like semi-diagonally like that. But with stuff like this, I'll need like mud under it, most likely. I don't know. Let's just grab the mud we have to fill under. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is gonna start looking pretty nice. Once we get this all done. And I'll grab like some oak logs and we will go through and get those in as well. Okay. Yeah, this root stuff is smart for me. Oh, and look at that. You can actually see it partially. That's so cool. I can hear my dogs being my dogs right now, just being little shits downstairs. I can hear my dog Athena doing her thing that she likes to do whenever she wants to play. And Dewey's like, no, I'm tired. It's just how my dogs be. I'm actually glad that we are getting these in. Okay. I did. Didn't mean to, that's for sure. Because, yeah, she literally just goes... being a pain in the butt, like always. But I love her. She's my dog. Still love her to death. I like the idea of there being, like, bigger ones here and there. Okay. Yeah, I need some more roots. Let's go grab some more roots so I can actually finish this up better. Because that should help. Because, yeah, I should have a bunch more. Yep. Yeah, I got a lot of roots and whatnot that I can use. Okay, do you think 2 stacks should be enough? I'm thinking it should be. Hopefully. Oh, I need to add some here. Okay. Just adding these little bits here and there definitely is helping. Because even if there's not a tree in the spot by the end of this, it's still going to make a huge difference in just the look of the place. By adding every little bit that I have been meaning to. Okay. Perfect. This is fun. Just like setting all this up. Okay. Then I can... Okay, and then I can do... boom. And then... boom. Oh, boy. This place is going to be so filled up once we're done. But it's going to be a similar thing to the Aspens, where I'm going to forget it. Like, I'm going to procrastinate, most likely, until it's too late, and it's like, God damn it. Which is very likely to happen for me. Okay. That one's just going to be there to be there. But for here, I'm going to make them a little more, like, spread. Okay, yeah, I still need more. Jesus. I really didn't think I'd run out. And all of these are going to be various sizes, too. Yeah, 41 should be enough for what I have left. And then after we do this and, like, get the logs going up, then we can do, like, the map and whatnot. Which should be good. But yeah, we got a bunch. Okay. There we go. And then, yeah, right here would be perfect. Let's get two, like, some of them next to each other as well. Perfect. And then with the oak log, we'll be able to get the rest of the stuff in. I think that should work. Because, yeah, then I can do this. 2, 3. Oh yeah, this is going to make a huge difference. This is so cool. Finally getting all this in. Having like these sections where they are like more filled in as well. I just think that works really well for what I'm going for. Okay. I don't know why, but I like the idea of it, like, its roots kind of forcing it that way. Just a cool thought. What the hell happened here? My guess is probably Enderman, but still. Freaking Enderman. This is fun. Okay, and then I can just do this. Perfect. I like the idea of some of them just being a little thicker as well. And there'll be some that have a more even look to them compared to others. This is already starting to look like a swampy forest. And then when I'm done with it, oh, it's gonna be different. Because instead of adding water in some of the areas, I think I'm just gonna use glass. Because I think with glass, it'll still give the effect I'm looking for. Because I don't want it all to be water, because it's just blue in Minecraft. Because there's no dyed water in Minecraft. Unless you're at Bedrock and in the Cauldron, but otherwise, there's no dyed water. So, I might as well at least try some of this. And then when I run out of oak, I know where to get more. I quite literally have an oak, like a bunch of oak logs. So I got an idea of what to do. There we go. Okay. And I can break that. We can have one here. That kind of like goes down. With less of what I'm looking for. Then we have like these bits and pieces that are going to be like in the ground, around the ground, etc. Okay. Perfect. This is working like I need it to. You know, I actually was thinking about the Silksong thing for our challenge, and I had a thought And it made me think to myself, oh no. Because there is a point where we're going to have to deal with certain bosses, like for Sinner, that are going to be a lot harder just due to the fact of it's hard to dodge like certain bosses and boss attacks. So that's going to be really intriguing to see because it's definitely going to be odd. Because I've already noticed how much I've like relied on my heals until now. So it's really gotten me to like get better at dodging and not focus on using heals. So at least there's that. Yeah, setting out like stuff like this as well, so we can add like bits on top, gonna make a huge difference. Okay. And then go up. Okay. Perfect. I don't know why, but I'm gonna leave like one of these just at its base. I think that should work as a like effect. Because yeah, adding these bits and pieces here and there just to kind of give a little more of that aliveness is gonna matter. And boom. There we go. Okay. Now back to what we were doing. Yeah, even if I get quiet while building, part of it is me like counting like in my head half the time. So it's just me doing my own thing. It's why I don't do all the building on stream usually, is because otherwise I'd sit back, not talk, just do like constantly. Okay. It's gonna be a smaller one. Oh my god, I keep misplacing shit. Okay. My hope here, though, is that using a lot of this stuff should help. Okay. And then just a bit of that. And that. Ah, yes. Starting to look a lot better as I slowly add bits and pieces. And then we can just go back up more. Okay. Because, yeah, these are one thing. And then, boom. There we go. Make this one a bit taller. God, we're almost done with the trees. Ooh, we don't have a lot of logs left, though. There's so many intriguing people in history that I've been thinking about, like, that I just want to learn more about, but I also know that, like, there's only so much information on them. Like, I'd love to learn more about, like, Norse mythology and just why things were created they were, because there's only so much out there from Norse mythology. Otherwise, it's kind of just like guessing and a mix. So it's like, I don't know. But it makes me curious. But yeah, where we have these sets of like various things, I will add these little bits. And I'll also grab more roots while I am out. Yeah, I have so many oak logs. I think I only need 2 stacks of oak logs. Ow. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this just so I can, like, fill stuff in as needed. Quickly sleep. Okay. And then I don't need my sword. Yeah, because by adding stuff like this, it's going to just overall make it feel alive, more swamp-like. And just overall better. And like, I will add the spruce stuff and whatnot later, because it's going to take a lot of time and effort already. Okay, so for this one, I will do it up to here. Yeah, we have a few more left over here that I can finish off. Okay. And then boom, 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 boom. Because not all need to be tall either. Much less the same. And then this is the last one? Perfect. And then, yeah, I can slowly just place some of these around. And then, boom. And there we go. And next up, I can just go over here. Boom, boom. And then, boom. Okay. There we go. This place is really coming together slowly. There we go. Like, not all of these will have it, but... never made that one. I'll leave it like that. Like, I'll add, like, little bits and pieces. Even some just kind of, like, separate. Some on the trees. Okay. And then, yeah, the mud ones will take a bit. But I know what to do. Boom. Because I like the idea that most of them are above the surface in some form. Okay. And then, boom. Okay. Okay. This one needs to be fixed. Okay. Now we are down to our last bits, so we should be able to easily fill this in. Okay. And then, yeah, mud bricks will be a whole separate issue. Okay. Boop. And Boop. 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 And boop. Okay. And then, yeah, here should work. Boom. 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 Okay. Okay. And there we go. I like just having them a little bit more separated. For the mud, though, I like the packed mud. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. So we have wheat, potatoes, and then I was gonna do carrots. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Let's just quickly do this. Because I just had an idea. But it requires us to replant all the wheat. And get rid of that. Oop, accidentally tabbed out. Don't you love when you accidentally do something? And then... there we go. And then for this, I can do that. Ow. As well as that. Yeah, this should at least give a bit more life to some of the areas. Like, not all of them will have stuff, but some will, some won't. But we can use this as an experiment. A lot more of the mud I'm probably going to keep on the ground. That's just mud in general, probably. Mainly for, like, the sake of looks. But there will still be some that aren't. Okay. But by doing stuff like this, we can at least get one side of the island filled up with what we want. Which should hopefully, even if not a lot, make a difference. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll take a map over through here. Get an idea. Because, yeah, at this point, we also need to get villagers here and whatnot. And, like, I'm not going to get swamp villagers. That's just not something I expect us to see. like in all reality. So, yeah. Do that. Okay. Oh, shit. I missed some trees. Honestly, I don't think I care too much that I missed some trees right now. Mainly because I think it's fine. I can always do more about it. Let's go get a map real quick. I will say, part of the reason I chose Minecraft today is there's a 50-50 chance of me being needed for something later, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, we don't need this one because that's not what changed. I love being able to change this here and there just to kind of show off the changes. I mean, God, look at this. It looks so much different on the map compared to when we started. Yeah, I think for the water, I kind of want to use like a, and this is something I need to like work with, is I want to use like a deepish green, if possible, or a gray. Not something like noticeable beyond belief, but noticeable enough to look like water. So, um, 4, 5. Fuck it, I'll just do this. And I might need to like do a few things. So I need green for one of them, and then I guess I use light gray for the other. Actually, no, I'm gonna try cyan. Unless I already have cyan glass. I do have blue and white, but okay, let's test these. You know, this place is starting to come together. Now, I could also do this, where I have to do like this fog effect. But does that really change it much? Not really. Unless it changes with water, but... What if I kind of mix these? I don't think so. Now, what if I did them over water? It obscures them, but not a lot. I think the inevitability is if I'm gonna do bits like this, I'll probably use like something else. I don't know. I'll need to do some testing on it. Okay, let's see. Nothing worth it. Because it's like I have ideas, they're just not there to the extent I need them. Okay, let's go put these in here now. Because it's like, I really don't know. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that for now. And then, yeah, I'll need to put some flowers. I think orchids would make a lot of sense. Don't have any in there. Of course, we have the poppies and dandelions, but orchids will be smart. Firefly bushes, stuff like that should do pretty good. Okay. Da 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 da. Ooh, I don't have a lot of orchids. I'm gonna need to go to a swamp. Okay. Anything else that might work? Mushrooms, technically. Let's try some of this. I need to figure out what I'm going to put on that one specifically. But for this, that makes sense. And like, I could see like that being a thing. And there's going to be these like bits of firefly bush and whatnot that will show up. But that's for when I'm doing the rest of the terrain, like the decor. Because what I would need for it is firefly bushes, leaf litter, and whatnot. Lily pads. Maybe some more fruits for bits. Seagrass, normal grass. Some dead bushes probably would work. You know what? 4 and 2. And where's the sweet berries? They would be in food. They wouldn't mix sweet berries in, but I'm doing this for myself. That's how little I care with this one. Because in reality, I have a feeling it would just be randomly put in. Oh, that's gonna be better, because now it has like a little greenery. But yeah, like adding these little bits and pieces matter. And we're gonna need orchids for the swamps anyway. The swamp village. The orchids are kind of an important thing. Sugar cane we'll put in. I'm gonna want to make some custom reeds and stuff. Because in reality, I'm going to be doing quite a bit. There we go. We can get rid of the rain and the nighttime. Okay, so I'm gonna need to start taking some shit back. Like, with what we have, I'm also gonna need a lot of blue and cyan shit. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, and then what I can do is take a moment. The furnace I can quite easily, like, put in some place. And if it were to go anywhere, it would probably be like here. But yeah. I'm actually glad that we have like gotten as far as we have. Of course, I still need to add like little flower pots and stuff in some areas. Just little bits and bobs to give it a bit of life. I'm actually going to use this. I need these sheep. Come on, sheep. Oh, sorry for the yawn. Come on, sheepies. There we go. That should help. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's put this away. I don't know where I'd put the sugarcane just yet, but yeah. Honestly, there's so much random shit here. Like, I don't even know where to start. Actually, that 3-red grove could be mixed into here. Three charcoal. How much can I fit? Okay, so 3 more. You know what? Mangrove door and oak trap doors. Welcome back. I am just cleaning up right now. So we're kind of going back and forth from the base as I kind of clean up. Because with what's left, I will need to bring a shulker box set more specific to it. Sticks. Cauldrons are a villager thing. Bookshelves are part of normal decor. Glass blocks. Fence/bars. Wool. Smooth. Monster drops. That's an Amazon looking warehouse. 5 hours soon. Oh yeah, I quite literally have a warehouse to just make sure I have everything. Okay, raw. Boom, boom. Bucket based. And then, oh, there it is. Gravel. Cooked food. Raw food. Lighting. And then let me just clear this out. Perfect. Okay. Thanks for the follow, and I welcome you to the labyrinth, and I hope you enjoy your stay and have a wonderful day. Okay, then that goes there. Then we have doors. Ooh. Trying to remember. Where have I been putting wheat? Oh, wait. Yeah, right here. Okay, and then these are raw. But yeah, I hope you have a good day, Sirio. Carpets. Doop doop. Obsidian. Ores. Mossy cobblestone. Yeah, it's up there. Terracotta. Bomb. Coal and charcoal. Brick. Wool. Then up here, weapons, ammo, mossy cobble, armor, bundle of bundles, trying to remember where I put leads. Brain fart. Ah! I'm trying to remember. It's not in the drops, so it would have to be in transportation of some form. So, do I just not have leads then? Yeah, I guess so. Unless I put it in here. Nope. Well, anyways, I can do that. And then let's ugh. And then now what we can do is grab the rest of this stuff. Shulker box. Put it in the shulker. Bunch of stone stuff. I can break these chests. Granite and cobblestone. Break this chest. And then a bunch of sand, sandstone, etc. Honestly, I need to go through and like clear out my slabs more so that they're like in shulker boxes. I really do. Stone, 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 stone. Cobblestone. Sand. Slab, 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 slab. Look at all these slabs. I don't need all these slabs. I think the full stacks I'm gonna just put in a shulker box at this point. Wall. Stair. Granite, which I had been running out of. So thank God. Because I used most of it for the wasteland stuff. Okay. Oh boy. I'll need to grab some shulker boxes to clean shit up. It's the least I need to do at this point. Okay. Mud. Horse dirt. Normal dirt. Packed mud. Stone. Gravel. Carpet. More stone. Oh boy. and then just a bunch of other crap. Clay, seeds, glass pane, bucket, bones, lighting, fences, more glass, sticks, eggs, and then sleep. Okay. Can do this. Sandstone, more sand. Yeah, I'm gonna have another shulker box worth, I can already tell. And that's worrying to me. I've used so much sand already. I have so many things of sand. Yeah, this is all sand. And then with what I have already, oh, it's just a shulker box. Almost, if not already. So... yeah, it's literally one off a shulker box. So if I go into the chest and there's a stack, yep, another shulker box. Just how it is. And I can break that down, put that there. I might leave the wood for now. I need to think about it. Okay, and then I can land super gracefully. Oh, I apparently had a lot of that. And that. Bone blocks. Go with the bones. Sandstone. More roots. More carpet. More sand. Okay, so what I need to do is I need some shulker boxes. Boop. And then for these two, let's quickly go over here because you will see why I need it. Okay, I didn't leave it on. That's just the composters. I was about to say, oh god, did I leave it on again on accident? Because that would have been devastating. As you can see, I have quite a lot of wood. So I'm gonna go grab the same from over here. I'm mainly gonna grab the logs right now. Just because I have a lot of logs. Okay. Let's just relax. And clean up. Because that is usually how it goes. As you can see, I have a lot of oak. So... honestly, we'll have like a bunch of spruce. And then a bunch more oak. just like full stacks worth. And then I can just because that's not enough for another shulker. But in here, I am going to grab everything that is a stack, because holy mother of pearl. Like, I just have so much random crap. Like, I don't need this many, like, slabs, but I have them. Okay. Because even if it's not full, I need to, like, cut these down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this mainly stones. Let's do this. More specifically, they're going to be set up so cobblestone and stone, cobbled deep slate, black stone, since those are natural-ish. Blackstone, stone, cobblestone, cobbled deep slate, the different sandstones. Andesite. And then next we'll do like brick, tile, and smooth. Just because we have so much of it, it's like, I might as well. Honestly, though, I just don't think it works as much as I want it to work. Ah! It honestly just needs to be stacks. Otherwise, it's just going to annoy my OCD. That's just the reality of it. It's just going to annoy the fuck out of me. Because at least if it's stacks, it's like, okay, I know I'm getting a bang for my buck with it. Because yeah, look, so much gets filled. And there's not really any... There is one left in here. Okay. Like, look at that. That's still like a chunk and a half. And then for stairs, I could do a similar thing. I mean, boom, 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 boom. I mean, there's not as much of an issue with it. Same with like fences, so it's kind of like, damn. Okay, let's see. What else? Stone is close, but not there yet. Oh, deep slate's fine. I am, like, going through some of these. I could do the same with wool. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where, like... So we have a bunch of red wool. I mean, I really could. I'm just not sure. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So I need one for each color. I'm gonna have a, like, shulker of each. So yellow, orange, red, green, lime, magenta, light gray, brown, pink, cyan, white, so lime, pink, and then I need one with black for gray. What else do I need white for? I don't think much else. I just need an ink sac times 2. Gray. And then I can do that. Because, yeah, what I'm going to do is get a shulker for each color. Oh, shoot. I just wasted a light. No, I just wasted a magenta, too. Okay, we got the red. And actually, I need another red to mix with blue, which I need 2 of. Because I need a purple as well. Okay. So I got red, magenta, blue, green, purple, gray, black, light gray, brown, cyan, lime, yellow, orange. Okay. Jesus. We got a lot. I don't have light. So I'll need to grab 2 more shulker boxes. And then grab white. Perfect. So there should be 16. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What's the final color? Am I dumb? The answer is yes, but that's besides the point. I know I'm missing one, and I can't put my finger on it. Oh my gosh. Maybe looking through this will help. I got pink, I got red, I got all of that. Cyan, blue, red. So let's go over. Lime, green, light blue. That's what it is. We need light blue. No freaking wonder I was like, what is it? It's because it's something I don't use a lot. How did I not take damage there? Jesus Christ. I honestly would have thought I would have taken damage there. But nope. Surprisingly not. Okay, let's go grab like shulker boxes of wool and whatnot. I want to make sure I have like backups of stuff. Okay, so magenta, blue, pink, purple, orange, cyan, green, light green, light gray, gray, yellow, red, brown, white, and black. I want to make sure I have a bunch of every type of wool. See ya, Nova. Hope you have a good day. Okay. And then I can do that. Thank you. I will try. Okay, and then that is 2 of them done. Okay, and then I can do this. And then for now, I'm just gonna put it in order slowly as I like complete it, just so I have it. Yeah, look at all this wool. So nice. Will I ever use the brown wool? Who knows? I might need it. You never know. It might just be like, surprise, you need it now. You never know. Okay. I mean, I've surprised myself with weirder, to be completely fair. Orange. And boom. And grab that. Okay. So I can do red, orange, yellow, white, light gray, gray, black, brown. Then we got lime. Come on, get my inventory lime. I will say, you can't do the double click in Bedrock, and it annoys me so much. Because it's like, please, just let me do it. I just want to, like, transfer it all to a chest, but it doesn't let me. Gosh, look at all of these. And yeah, I need to frickin' refill the, shears, and I just haven't yet. You know what? Let's do that too today. Building and then other crap. I did say building the frame and more, so I guess this would be more. Prepping. Sorting. Relaxing. Talking. So, I know, doesn't feel like it's still, like, early November. It feels like it should be closer to Thanksgiving. So, definitely is weird, but I got some plans with family and whatnot for Thanksgiving. Anybody else got anything intriguing, mayhaps? Because I know, and I know this is probably one of the weirdest sounding traditions, but there's a weird tradition that my sister and I started, and we don't know why, even to this day, that, like, it affected us so much that we're like, yep, tradition. And it was a butter turkey, which may sound weird or normal at first, but I'm talking a turkey made of butter. And that's how you get the butter for the biscuits and stuff. Like, so if you want butter on your biscuits, that's where you get it, is the butter turkey. And I don't know why we decided to do it. But now it's one of those things that is hard to truly forget because it's like, the butter turkey returns. And it's like, yep, this is where we are now. Oh shit, I forgot purple. Where's the purple one? Ah, bollocks. Just didn't get picked up. That's sad. Okay, so the light blue should go first. Should be more like this. Then we got purple, magenta, pink, brown. And then we will just... Yeah, I have way too much. Red, orange, yellow, lime, green, cyan, light blue, dark blue, purple, magenta, pink, white, light gray, normal gray, black. Perfect! Now that's all nice and sorted. Brick-wise, we've really slimmed it down comparatively. Copper-wise, we have a lot of copper, and we have a freaking shulker of iron blocks. Because, yeah, we got a bunch of azalea leaves, but azalea leaves are a bit bright for what I want to go for with the trees. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. Flower-wise, I might do flowers in their own thing. Shulker box of sticks could be good. I definitely can get a shulker box of saplings. You know what? Ooh, I'm running low. I mean, I can go and AFK at the shulker farm later. So, not too worried. But yeah, we need shulker boxes for what we're about to do. Thankfully, not too much. Okay, because I want to put these in here. Like, I don't need all of these sticks. I just happen to have all of these sticks. So when I say that I'm in a sticky situation, this is what I mean. Like, quite literally, there is so many sticks. I have 2 full shulker boxes of sticks. And honestly, I think what I'm going to have to do here for this I need a 3rd one. There. Oh, lordy. Like, look at this. There is no need for that many sticks. And then spruce saplings, well. I just have a lot of spruce saplings, apparently. Oh, wow, more sticks. Oh, shit, I actually had more spruce back here. Then I can just doop-a-doop-a-doop, doop-doop. Okay. And then we can grab these. And we can fly back to base, where... Yeesh, I'm gonna need more fireworks. Good thing I have a firework box, so... full stick one, non-full stick one, 2 shulker boxes full of sticks, and then boom, boom, boom. Jesus Christ, the amount of spruce saplings. Like, I don't need this many spruce saplings, but I have them. Like, look at that. It's insanity. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the oak ones. And then do this. And I'll put those in there. Jesus Christ. Then we got a bunch of extra sticks. And then I need to put a bunch of oak away. And a bunch of spruce. Still not enough to fill. It's mainly my OCD that's just like, it must be full. Which is weird, but also, like, I get, like, it's weird probably to anyone other than me, because, like, even then it's kind of weird to me, because it's like, I don't know why, it just annoys me so much. Okay, we got this. Do I need to go through anything else? Definitely need to get more soil, need more of that. Good, that's good, that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Need a lot more of that. It's okay. A lot of ores, clay. Ooh, yeah, I need to, like, restock on some of this shit. Because I've really gotten low. Lower than I thought. Honestly, for, like, foods and shit, like, all the suspicious stew, I'm just gonna... It's like, good luck with that. Bread, chicken, cookies. More bread, steak, dried kelp, pork chops. Cake. Like, I just have so many random things that I just don't need. And then now we got, like, a bunch of other random stuff. Okay. Yeah, I definitely should go, though, and grab the stuff we need for shears. Check on that. Yeah, just I'll just grab a casual stack of iron blocks. Okay, so... Okay. And then I can do that. And then this. Boom, boom. Boom. Do I actually need all of the wool that I get out of this? No. Is it the principle of things? Yes. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. And let me just do this, and we'll see how close to full I can get with it. Because you never know, I might be able to get, like, near full. Wow, it's practically full. Okay, so 6 plus 9. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And perfect. And I didn't have to waste anything. Truly beautiful. You know, our base has really come a long way. It's just kind of crazy to think about. Like, even now, where it's like, oh, we have all of this stuff built up and whatnot. And it's just like weird to think about with how much time we have spent in this world. Like, you would have thought we'd have either a lot less done or a lot more done, depending on who you are, because, I mean, even now, we're only almost 2,300 days in to this world, which, yeah. Because that would be, so that's per day, but you start on day 0. So that would be times 20 because it's 20 minutes per. Which, oh my lord. Because it'd be do be boo do 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 da 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 da. Okay. And then that divided by 60. Oh my lord. God, it doesn't feel like it's been that long. Holy shit. I'm starting to feel myself like age a bit. Jesus Christ. Because 264s would be 128. We need to get to 840. So 256 4 um me doing math. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, so yeah. Like, it is insane to me that we have spent this many days into it because, like, I didn't think much of it until I, like, thought more on it. Because, like, even then, because that would be Yeah, it should be which, if we then divide that by 60 again, yeah, holy shit. Because, my lord, we have spent a lot of time. Because if we times that by 5, yeah, because, and divide it by 5, blah. Because 60 times 5 is 300. So, times 10, 600. Jesus Christ. We'd have to do 12 times 12, because that would become... Ooh, itch. Sorry. 712 minus. So that would be a total of... So... Yeah, because that... If I'm doing my math right... Oh my god. I'm double checking now, because if I'm... Because it doesn't feel like it should be this. Let me double check this with something else. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. 12 day, 12.73 repeating, more specifically. I was like, oh shit, 12.7. It can't have been, like, we can't be almost on 2 weeks worth of hours spent on this. Apparently we can be. You know, it's crazy to think that I've spent almost 2 weeks worth of time on this world, both on and off stream. And just look at this. Holy crap. I never really did the math for it till now, so it's like, oh my god. Like, I just... Wow. It makes me wonder how old some of my other worlds were in terms of time put into it. I mean, some of them, their days are probably, like, super botched. Like, for example, the creative test world. Yeah, like, it's still day 0, technically. But I know I've spent many hours in this, but I keep time frozen. So... Like... It's kind of crazy. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. So the last time that we made a backup world of it for, like, the creative world was... Oh my god, we've basically over doubled it. We've over doubled the time spent. Isn't that insanity? Like, holy crap. I'm just flabbergasted. Like, wow. I mean, I knew that this had been going on for a long time, but I didn't realize that's how many hours I had put into it. And it's like, honestly, I'm just surprised. Like, yeah, most of it's been on stream, but then there's the time I've been playing on my own to, like, build shit. Or, like, out of boredom or just to farm stuff. And I just think to myself now, this world has so much going on in it that we haven't finished. We still need to put the leaves on this. We still need to build those. We have the rest of the village and then that. Then we have the wasteland over here where I have all these different ideas, but I just don't know how I want to do them. Because I need to test more with like non-traditional water. Then you have the electrical plant idea and the campsite. And then you have the other stuff to just meld this better. And then inside the museum, as well as parts of the museum itself. Honestly, if I get time over the weekend, I might just, if I get some time for it specifically, I might go out of my way to like build some of the stuff because I didn't realize it had been that long. I mean, yeah, I need to go get a bunch more warped stuff. And honestly, I might end up doing something like that, but I need to farm up warped shrooms. That's gonna take a while. But I got my plans. Though, it's just kind of crazy. I mean, I didn't think it would be that long. I mean, we've done so many things now. I mean, it's kind of crazy saying it out loud, but we've been through multiple updates and whatnot as well with this world. And honestly, I've enjoyed it. I mean, our base has constantly changed so much. I mean, look at this map alone. You have outposts and whatnot being marked, as well as stuff like you got the witch farm and the flower farm in progress. You got like the woodland mansion, the weird biome blending, trial chambers, us looking for a pale garden, which apparently now are gray on maps, so definitely will need to go back here for that eventually. And then we have Mounts of Mayhem coming soon. I mean, I'm just like, holy crap. I'm just like baffled in a way. But it also makes me happy. Because despite everything, we've still done so much in this world. Even if it's not like perfect, not done the best in all ways and whatnot. I honestly don't remember why I grew those dark oak trees. But like in here, I mainly made this just to put farms in, but I also been debating decorating in here as well. Which, yeah, I need to do. I mean, we have our blast chamber where we get our mud and shit. Our dripstone, concrete factory and mud factory. And hell, I can still add more to this. I just don't know what yet. So that's something I need to figure out. Like we have the bamboo and cobblestone farms, the freaking resin farm, which I need to make it auto. And then I got weeping vines growing to grab as needed. Like, we have hit a point where I'm just like, the most I can do is just keep chugging forward and preparing stuff. Because, okay, I need a book and quill. I need feather, ink, and a book. Okay, so needed items. Okay. Oh, did not mean to do that. Because this is what, like, this is stuff I normally do off stream, but I'm like, you know what? I might as well show the fucking process. Okay, so we need mud brick walls, spruce, slab, stair, fence, and to do move villagers from burned village to swamp village. You know what? I'm just gonna do needed items, not the to-do part. Oh, huh, neat. And then I need boats, for villager transport. Okay, I need light blue wool, blue / packed ice, warped strip, warped stripped / plank / warped warp. God, that feels so weird writing that. Stained glass, for the church window. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I still need to fix that. They did it again. God fucking damn it. Every time. Okay, let's think. We're gonna need a lot of glass. Eventually, but right now let's focus on this. I need mushroom stems / blocks. Roots, oak log / wood. Then I need, oh my lord, all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna need firefly bushes, normal bushes, grass, drip leaf, big / small. I need seagrass, ferns. Mind you, this is mainly for the swamp. Because I'm also thinking about the decorating part as well. Water buckets, stained glass, water flows, stained glass for water flows. Then I'm gonna need frick. Well, I'm gonna need mud. As well as, like, I know I need dark. I need strip dark slash spruce. I spelled that wrong. What else? Because I'm also thinking I'm gonna need some way to transfer gravel. So, tough. Let's start with gravel. So if I'm going to transfer from gravel, it's a very light color. So I'm probably gonna want it to go through from gravel to pale moss to tough. Pale moss. You know what, just moss. Carpet slash pale. Tough. Deep slate. That's another one. Just base slash cobbled. Then I'm probably gonna want, oh my god, I need orchids. I know that's not how it's spelled. But I don't think so. I need orchids. Trying to think what other flower types. Oh yeah. I'm gonna need hanging roots slash moss. I need vines. Lily pads. Floral fans. Each color. Then I need trap doors. Warped copper. What other? I'm trying to think what other trap doors we have. Yeah, warped. I could probably do crimson and mangrove. Crimson. Mangrove. Then we need lime glass panes should work. Because I can't really do certain things since it's not creative or, well, the lack of commands as well. At least I think that's what I use. Let me double check. I need to make sure. I used dark green, but I know I used them again later. And I think I changed it to lime. Let me double check, double check, double check. This is why I am happy I have this stuff. No, I didn't. I kept it dark green. Okay, so I'm just gonna need green. And then lily pad area over here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need green carpet as well. Yeah, as you can see, I kind of did like a mix of the different types. Okay. And then, yeah, this is what it's like for me. This is what I usually do off stream. Okay. Well, I just need, green glass panes. I need sugar cane, bamboo, Trying to think what other plant related stuff I could need. Oh my lord. I'm gonna want the different types of mushrooms. Mushroom. And then each type. Do I want to put nether wart? Honestly, I don't know. I know I'm gonna want to put like some other things. I'll just have to think about it. Okay, what else? I think that should work. Yeah, because this is for the frogs and cows too, so. Oh my god, because one of the islands is going to be frogs and cows. Jesus. Not cows, mushroom. So if I were to do that, I'm trying to think. Oh my lord. But, frick. I'm just... Oh yeah, now I know. I need honey, comb, lightning rods, light in there. God, I can't spell for the life of me half the time. Okay, I'm like picturing different swamp things. Oh yeah. Where's the carpet? Oh wait, no, it's separate. Green carpet / glass pane. And then for this, I will just put, I don't know, fuck. I could do some armor stand magic, but it would be very limited. Crap. I could do some item frame stuff, but I can't really turn them invisible. Pots for the village. Okay, I think that's the most I can really think of right now for the village, because I'm just kind of picturing it in my head. I'm gonna take another like once over, see if I can think of much else. Also, oh wow, I actually spelled it like pretty accurately, didn't I? I just forgot the H. Yeah. Dang. Neat. Yeah, I could use sweetberry bushes here and there, but not sure. Okay. So if I'm gonna do this, I need to think. So in a bunch of these places, we're gonna need to set up like some little bits and bobs. But like here, I'm gonna try and do this and then wax them after, I think. Just because it looks cooler and kind of fits. In terms of like in these chests, I might put something, I might not. I want to check, what does the sword look like? I think I might put like some bars and stuff in there or something. I'll think about like what I want to put in there. I need to put some grass in here. But it's also, the sheep will eat it all, so I'll have to think about it on like how I'm gonna do it. I might add some boats and shit over here as well. But the main plan is to connect these islands. So like here, I'm gonna kind of like bring it down like quicker, just following the island. And I don't know how long it will take, but yeah. And then we will connect up all of them in some form to like the bottom of the sea. So like the gravel parts look normal, but I think the best way to do this would be with a good gradient. And it's good to do it dark to light, but because of how it's set, we need to do it the opposite way. So we need to start with gravel. And I want to check to make sure this looks good. No, it needs something in between. What about... No, they're too similar. And then I need tough, of course, wherever the frick it is. There it is. Yeah, because then I can go to tough. And then deep slate. Where I can connect it to... So we'll start with the mud. And I could put deep slate there, but I think what I'm gonna do is some strip dark oak as well. I could do that. But I don't know if it will look the best. So what I'm probably gonna do is cobbled deep slate more specifically, because it melds a little bit better. Then we'll have tough, pale moss, blank, gravel. And that's where the issue lies. Because basalt doesn't fit, coral is too bright, andesite's too bright. A lot of stuff is just too bright. Unless there was another way. Let's see. Cobblestone. This is our gradient. Gradient for ocean floor to islands, mud to cobbled deep slate to deep slate to tough to pale moss to cobblestone to gravel. Perfect. And I think I will clean this up now. I am so glad we figured that out now. So, before next time, I will see what I can do about, like, trying to get at least a shulker box of each. I don't know if I will be able to, depending on what happens. But if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. I'm going to try to at least get one shulker box of each, but I also need to get more shulker boxes, so it's like, yeah. But either way, for those who are not already a part of it, we have !dislab, where we have the Discord. All sorts of nice people over there. Might make some new friends. Who's to say? I announce whenever I go live. or if something happens, be it I get sick in any way, etc., etc. I know tomorrow we will be streaming PvZ Fusion. I'm going to be starting a bit early, mainly due to a few things. But either way, the days I don't stream, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, at 8 a.m. CST, !YouTube, we have the VOD channel, all sorts of stuff over there that you might like, be it, I don't know, more Minecraft, Terraria, or something completely different. Either way, I'm gonna get going, and I'm gonna go take care of the stuff that I was worried might